Hey guys, if you think that you have missed your growing season, you've missed your planting season, the indoor planting, you're wrong. I'm going to show you how easy this is to plant your seeds. Put a little heat underneath, put a little light on top. Every day, give it a little spritz of water. Let that go 24 hours a day until those seeds germinate. Give it 2, 3, maybe 7 days. They're going to germinate. Some take longer, maybe some peppers and some herbs take a little bit longer, no big deal. Just keep them covered with the domes that they came with. And you're gonna find that in no time you have your plants. Baby them, just baby them for 5 weeks. When they all start sprouting, all you gotta do, remove that heat and put your light on a 12-hour timer, 12 on, 12 off, and water them every single day. Before you know it, you are gonna be ready to harden them off. You take 1 week, you bring them outside here and there, little like real sun, little real wind, a little fresh air, and you are ready to plant a beautiful garden. It is April 24th in Zone 6A right now, and it is not too late to start your seeds. And even better off, you are able to go ahead and direct sow your peas, your beans, your carrots, your potatoes, your radishes, beets, onions. There's so many things that you guys can go ahead right now and just directly into the dirt plant. But for the inside seeds, tomatoes, cucumbers, it's not too late. I'm gonna quickly show you how. So first I'm gonna get all of my materials out that I need to start my seed cell trays. And then I'm gonna get my handy dandy photo organizer that I use to organize my seeds. And then we start mixing the dirt. So you're gonna put dirt. There's a lot of different types of dirt out there, just some sort of potting mix made for inside. You're going to get all the clumps out of it first, and then you're gonna put water on it. It's gonna absorb this water so super fast, and you're gonna think that there's no way it's absorbing the amount you're putting into there. But it does somehow, and it's a super crucial step. Without this, you are gonna have dirt that won't absorb water in your trays when you're watering them. So this is a weird but critical step. And you're gonna not turn it into mud, but to where it can form a ball in your hand, a crumbly ball, just enough to know that through and through it is completely saturated with some sort of moisture. Now you're gonna put the dirt in the trays, and you wanna lightly compact it, not too dense, not too fluffy. The water, as you water them, will start compacting that dirt, and you'll end up with too low of a level. Then I get my chart out as to what's getting planted where, and I take my nifty pencil that I've handmade, marked at an 1/8 inch, a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch, and 1 inch. This makes planting so much easier. So I grab the stack of seeds that I want to put in this particular cell, which are all separated out so I don't get confused. Look at the directions, go ahead and make the hole to the depth that that seed needs to be planted in. And then I, in turn, end up mixing different seed cell trays with different types of seeds, just because I don't need 12 of everything that I'm planting. This particular one is going to just be all watermelon. Scratch that. This particular one is going to be all zucchini. So I go ahead and put 2 seeds in every cell just to guarantee that I have some sort of germination. Now most of the time they both end up germinating, and I have to pull out or clip off the secondary one because you cannot grow 2 in one seed cell. They will fight for nutrients, they will get root bound, they get squished. So this is what it looks like when I'm all done. As you can see, my tags are a bit big to fit in there with multiple, but you put them under the light, you put them on a heat mat, and after 1 day, this is what it looks like. Lots of condensation, that's exactly what you want. I keep the holes closed at the top just to keep all that moisture in. And by day 2, you can already start to see little bits of germination. These are the tomatoes. They generally go really fast. The zucchini is nothing happening there yet. Most of them take probably 3 days-ish to start, but when they start, they go. They go fast.
As I said before, peppers take the longest. And this is my first time doing the globe artichokes and watermelon, but as of day 4, you can see that things are sprouting. I know this looks unbelievable. I promise this is the 4th day. As these start germinating, you want to remove the heat mat. Once you get about 75% of the tray germinated, take it off the heat. It doesn't need to be babied much longer. You want to acclimate it to the outdoors, the normal temps of the house and the air. So around this point, I start to put a fan on them for a couple of hours a day, again, just to mimic the outdoor atmospheres. So here we are on day 5, and the watermelon is probably 4 inches tall. The zucchini, they're all 100% germination at this point. So no heat mat there. And over here is the slow goers. There's the herbs. You see a couple of them are popping through. The peppers, nothing. And, well, we're back to the watermelon. I actually had to rearrange my trays so the ones that didn't need to be on the heat were off the mat. So yeah, I was getting confused that they were unorganized, but so now the tomatoes are completely all germinated. We are good to go to even start changing the timing of the light to not be on 24 hours a day. I'm gonna start putting my one light on 12 and 12. Having a resting period is super important for plants. They have to know that there is a day and a night. So again, if you baby them too much in your house, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure when you go to harden them off and move them outside. I did pull out all of the secondary seeds that were germinating in each cell. You'll see my pile over here to the left of all the ones that I didn't want. So at this point, I am getting ready to transplant my zucchinis and cucumbers and even watermelons into bigger containers, just because they will get root bound in here, and I need to keep these things alive for another couple weeks before I can start hardening them off. So I'm gonna probably end up transferring them into slightly bigger containers soon here. But this is the last day that I'm recording, just to show within 11 days, this is what your end result would be. So you're not ever really starting things too late if you have light and heat. So don't be discouraged. I hope you guys all get out there and try this. It looks beautiful.
All right, so you can see how easy that was. You plant some seeds, you water them, you just stick them on a heat mat, put the light over them. It was very easy. You have a 5-week head start. So by the time people are ready to just start putting seeds in the ground, you already have plants that are 5 weeks old. They have their true leaves already. You're ready to just harden them off and plant them outside. Now the hardening off process sounds scary, and it's actually not. So what I do is I get like a big tray, like a serving tray or a super large plate. I put all my seed cell trays on there, and when they're 5 weeks old, I bring the whole tray outside. Day 1 for an hour, day 2 for 2 hours, so on and so forth. I get it to about 5 hours. It takes me roughly 5 days to harden them off. And then once they're hardened off and they're used to the actual heat of the sun and the actual wind of the earth, they have to acclimate to that. So once that is done, you are good to go to plant them in your ground, have a full flourishing garden that you are 5 weeks ahead of the times with. And the plants have a much less rate of dying by doing that. And I've learned the hard way on that. Trust me, you don't want to not harden them off. But I hope you guys learned something from this. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I hope you guys have a happy spring.